we have come out with all those red tapes that is been affecting the citizenship of the Malaysians, meaning Malaysians who have been in Malaysia, who have been born in Malaysia before independence and have not got their citizenship or their stateless. So that is being addressed right now. So of course, there are challenges. I'm not saying there are no challenges, because the policy is one, implementation one, and the benefit reaching to the deserving is another thing.
You're most welcome to this special conversation. I have YB Senator of Malaysia, Saraswati Kandasamy. This is Dr. Ambedkar International Convention Center. Firstly, I have to ask you, I would like that what is the special in this convention?
Okay, many things. One, it's being held for the first time in Nagpur. Number two, Nagpur is the place where Diksha Bhumi is situated. So it's the right place, and it's a time that we can recollect Nagpur Declaration by Baba Sahib. And for me, this is my first convention out of Malaysia.
Have you met to Diksha Bhumi?
Yes, I did. This afternoon I went. It was good.
What are your feelings to meet Diksha Bhumi?
Oh, it was a very nice feeling. It gave me a feeling that a man stood by his word. So it's not just rhetoric, that he had a long vision for the people. So it was a very nice feeling, and I think I feel very blessed to have been able to go to Diksha Bhumi.
But that is a very special place.
Yeah.
That is the place of revolution,
Yes, yes.
and which revolution
Yeah.
done by Dr. Baba Sahib
Yes,
Ambedkar.
definitely.
Uh, what would you like to say about Ambedkar thought and your approach with Dr. Ambedkar thoughts?
Okay, I am a lawyer by profession. So, as a lawyer, I feel very proud of a person who has come from a very uh, challenging background to have been able to draft the Constitution of India, which comprises of large different so much of diversities. And at the time when there was no written constitution for any British colonial country, so for me that is a great work that he has done. Besides that, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar has been excellent in his academic achievements. So for us, that his background and his achievement is inspiration, and his economic policies of social justice are very relevant to our Malaysian context for the Indian migration community, because we are also seeking the government, when there is no specific provision in the constitution, to apply the principles of social justice and for an equal distribution of wealth. So in every aspect of our life, personally me, Baba Sahib's influence is there.
To reach Nagpur, so in your mind, are you comparing that the Indian society and Malaysian society? May you differentiate between Malaysian
Yes.
society's lifestyle and Indian society's lifestyle, particularly marginalized communities?
Yes, I think the challenges for the Indian community is much more greater, because the marginalized community, the downtrodden, uh, the
Rather than
classic.
Malaysian society.
Okay, as far as Malaysia, we are still identified as Indian, irrespective of our background, of our forefathers who went to Malaysia. Although there is some element of the senses of the caste sense is there, but it's not shown in terms of our socialization in any way. We don't ask about it, because we don't register the birth with our caste. We are recognized as Indian. So our rights are based on our identity as Indian origin. So we seek our right and our benefits based on that perspective. Indian community within the larger Malaysian society. So it is in that sense we are in one way better off, but in another way we look at it is India you have one Indian community, but in Malaysia we have three different communities having different culture, different background. So we try to harmonize that. So we have a difference of the historical background and the demography, but the challenges, the solution is the
But
same. I feel the solution is the
yeah,
same.
but do you look any discrimination or racial discrimination in Malaysian society?
Within the community of Indian community, no, but as an Indian community in the larger Malaysian picture, there is a sense of discrimination, like in terms of access to higher education, access to government jobs, access to government contracts, licenses, permits. So there is a sense of discrimination, not based on our, like it is here. It is more in terms of as a community, Indian identity.
But in the light of UN's Sustainable Development Goal, what would you like to say about this type of discrimination?
Yes, the government, as the present government, is working towards inclusive policy, where it is defining the policies based on need base. If a program or a government initiative, it should help the poor, irrespective of what background they are, whether they're Chinese, Indian, or Malay. So there is a change in the approach, and that is the inclusiveness that I think Dr. Ambedkar was hoping for. That we must be an inclusive society and exclusive based on our social background. And number two, the government is also considering the uh, uh, um, equitable distribution, like what I mentioned in my speech, that the subsidies are being withdrawn for those who can afford in
Will
the.
it be fulfill the sustainable goals?
Yeah, we hope it will, because when we talk about sustainable goal, it's one of the thing is inclusivity, so justice, and when we talk about equal distribution of wealth, is one of the.
But now this time we are seeing very challenges between aboriginals, between some natives or citizenship.
Yes. Okay. Under this present administration, we have come out with all those red tapes that is been affecting the citizenship of the Malaysians, meaning Malaysians who have been in Malaysia, who have been born in Malaysia before independence and have not got their citizenship or their stateless. So that is being addressed right now. So of course, there are challenges. I'm not saying there are no challenges, because the policy is one, implementation one, and the benefit reaching to the deserving is another thing. I being having been part of the administration, there are challenges, but there is a will to resolve by the present administration, present government. So in terms of citizenship, in terms of education, in terms of access to education, now last year the government made a secondary education, that means from age of 5 right up to 16, education has been made compulsory for every citizen. So in all these are measures, reforms that's being undertaken, but it will take time for us to feel the real change.
If I want to take a message from this convention, what would be your message for my viewers?
Okay, the message is we are attending Dr. Ambedkar's convention. I'm here from Malaysia is because Dr. Ambedkar's philosophies, his thoughts are not confined to Malaysia. It's universal, and it's not confined to any time frame. It is eternal, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, thank you,
Thank you
ma'am,
very much.
for your most valuable time to give us.
Thank you very much to your viewers.
This conversation was with YB Senator of Malaysia, Saraswati Kandasamy.